So I'm sure a lot of you guys know I'm a pretty big fan of like action cams, and I love how action cams, especially nowadays with how good they're getting, you and I can use them for vlogging. I mean, you can use them as an action camera, and we can use them as like a B-roll camera, and we can use them just to get them in spots that are small, kind of out of the way, somewhere where a big camera like the one that I'm shooting with right now, you would just have issues with. Or you know, you're on holidays, and we're going on holidays right away, and I am highly contemplating using one of the, let's say, Insta360 cameras as my one and only kind of camera that I'm bringing, at least for the majority of it. I may bring something with a telephoto just for those rare moments that I'll bring out for that specific event. Things like this nowadays may be all you need, especially if you're going to be using it in good lighting. For instance, right now, this shot over here, I'm hoping it's getting something decent, is shot with my Insta360 One RS. Seems good. Now, the reason for this video is I actually have an Ace Pro coming. Yep, I think this is the camera that I'm going to be taking with us on holidays in February. Since it may be my one and only camera, I wanted something that was, you know, allowed it to be vloggy, allowed it to be a tripod, allowed it to kind of do everything. I went on Insta360's website, and they have, this is kind of what I wanted right here, is this multi-mount. $64, but as you can see here, temporarily out of stock. So that concerned me. I was like, oh, that's sad. So I went on the old Amazon, and as far as I can tell, this is the exact same thing. Even if you look here, see where this says Mantis Z? Because they have their Mantis line, Mantis 2, Mantis 1, for bigger cameras, but this is for like action cams. And as you can see here, it does show it in one of the pictures, I'm sure. Yeah, like this picture here, you know, like a ZV-1, maybe even my ZV-E10 could possibly fit on that. I love how they have it set up on a monitor right there, because I don't usually have the ability to shoot a top-down camera when I'm here, and I kind of like shooting in here. So I was like, that could be good. $69, so it is a little bit more expensive, but when I bought it, they had a $10 off coupon, so I actually saved myself $4. Here it is, right here. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same thing. It's probably just rebranded for Insta360, because again, when you look at their, like, look right there, the little red thing, right? Little red guy right there, and look at there, little red. It's the same thing. All right, let's crack it open, and then I'm gonna try it out on my Insta360 One R to see if I can do a sort of top-down-ish kind of camera. I'm curious. All right, so this has got a seal on it. It does have a nice little, you guys see this little carry thing? Not that that matters when it came via Amazon. All right, I'm opening it. It opens, I think it opens best from the bottom. Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. You get these two little weird card things. This one just says, "Are you ready to create with PGYTech? Win the weekly challenge and get your freebies." Yeah, all right. I'm down for some freebies if they want to do something like that. And then you get this. It looks like a little camera, but it's just got QR codes on it. And then last but not least, you get this. You get a bunch of stuff with it. What is this? I think that's just a sticker. And you get a nice GoPro mount, and it looks like it also like a little cold shoe tripod mount, which is cool because that's what's on the top of this. So if you need that, you got it. And you get a little Allen key right there. You get a little wrist strap. I got it for $60. For $60, I'm gonna say that's pretty decent. So let's put this on, because my Insta360 has a GoPro mount on it right now. So let's turn that on here somehow. Okay, so number one, just so you realize, this piece in here, that's what the lock is for this. It's almost like a tripod head, ball head. So this comes out. So the recommendation is you take that out to attach it to this. And then that's what the Allen key is for. If you just put it on, it may not be tight enough. So you won't be able to get your camera on there nice and snug. So I got that on there now. We'll just make sure it's nice and tight. And then this, just so you guys can see it here, this just slides in. You just kind of push this button in so it locks. And then you can twist this so that it locks and this isn't coming out. Even when you unlock it, it won't come out. You have to push this in for it to release. That's actually kind of nice. Then of course you want to continue tightening this so that it's in. Sweet deal. And then you have this little ball head, so you can kind of spin this around however you need. Because I have all this extra stuff on here, the reason I have this, you probably may have seen a video before, is this is a quick release, so I can just kind of take that off if I so choose. But I can get that the way I want, like this, just for a traditional tripod or like vlogging setup. Super nice. And then this has some cool features too. For one, it has this little, like, maybe you can see it, little dial right there. You just unsnug that. Now it's on there. It's on there tight. And now this can totally separate. So you can get that out there where you want it. Because a lot of times maybe you're walking and you just want this to be your hand out of the shot. So you just kind of get that where you need it. Again, make sure it's nice and tight or else that's not going to do it for you. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like the screws aren't, I guess, yeah, there it is. That's good, right? You guys see it? Now, the one thing that I find is this screw here, if you want this to be on an angle, for whatever reason, like it's good, but because of the weight, and that's as tight as that one's getting. I'm not getting that any tighter. So this one does kind of lock into this position, and you're going to want to tighten these ones to kind of get it that angle you want. But still, I think that'll work. That'll work good. And then when you're done, of course, this just folds up back into this little handle position, which I like. The other thing that this has, I guess, is when this is open, like so, they just separate. So the feet separate. So you have this nice tripod setup. Here's the coolness. This has this little thing on it. So if I had this and I spun this camera around, yes, so it's this way, I should be able to. So again, see, there's the, do they talk about this issue? So they have this one up, like so. I guess I could do that, and then just tilt this one down. There we go. You guys aren't necessarily seeing it, but if I turn this on, so card is in there, and you guys can see it's not even in this shot. It's up high enough, and I got a top-down camera. Yes, look at that. That works. It's just this piece should be straight. At least I'm finding that in this orientation. On the pictures, as you can see it here, they have it on an angle. But I would think that you really have to have the camera completely upright for it to hold the weight. At least for mine. Yeah, see, they always have it folded in a way, right, even here, that joint is never really taking a lot of weight. That would work. Even here they have this piece up and kind of bent backwards, depending, right? So if I took this, for instance, and undid this, and then mounted this up, right, so that it was up like so, and then brought this piece down, and then took this piece and tilted, see, now it can hold. But it's really important for this arm to not be taking the majority of the weight. But that works good. I'm hoping it's not going to do any damage to the monitor. I think if you put a really heavy camera on there, then you may have some issues. But with a light camera, like an action camera, not bad. I'm definitely taking this with me, for sure. That's pretty awesome. And it folds up so fast when you're done with it, once you actually know what you're doing. All right, guys, this is the, what do they call it? The PGYTech Caplock MantisPod Z, or Z, whatever, right? Video vlogging for Osmo Pocket 3 or 2, DJI Osmo Action, pretty action cams, right? Action cams, but they do show it with this, so I think a small point and shoot camera you could probably get away with. It's cool. I like it. We'll see you guys next video, and I will put links down below if you're interested. Both to Insta360, because I have Insta360 affiliate links if you want to support the channel, as well as Amazon. So why not? All right, guys. See you next video. Later.